Today we explore the places where danger lurks at every corner. From scorching deserts to volcanic wastelands, these locations test the limits of human survival. I've stared down a few grizzly bears in my time, but even I'm wary of these perilous corners of our planet. Join me as we count down the top 10 most dangerous places on Earth. We'll uncover the threats, the challenges, and the reasons why these places are best admired from a safe distance. So buckle up, grab your survival kit, not that it'll help much here, and let's get started. First up, we venture into the heart of the Mojave Desert, to a place called Death Valley. Now this ain't no walk in the park. This place is called Death Valley for a reason. Temperatures here can soar higher than a hawk on a hot summer day, reaching a scorching 134 degrees Fahrenheit. That's hot enough to bake a cake, or a human if you're not careful. Water, the elixir of life, is scarcer than an honest politician in this unforgiving landscape. You won't last long out here without it. Trust me, I've been pushed to the limit in deserts before, and dehydration is a cruel mistress. Even the toughest critters out here, like rattlesnakes and scorpions, know to stay in the shade during the day. Remember, out here, the sun is your biggest enemy. One wrong step, one moment of carelessness, and the unforgiving desert will swallow you whole. Next, we journey to the African continent, to a place straight out of Dante's Inferno, the Danakil Desert in Ethiopia. Imagine a landscape forged in the fires of hell, where the air itself feels like a furnace blast. Volcanoes rumble beneath the surface, spewing out toxic gases that can knock you out faster than a right hook from Mike Tyson. The ground here is a kaleidoscope of colors, from vibrant yellows to sickly greens, all thanks to the sulfur and other minerals bubbling up from the Earth's core. It's beautiful, in a deadly sort of way. You wouldn't last 5 minutes out here without the proper gear and a gas mask. This is a place where the Earth itself seems to be trying to kill you. You've got scorching temperatures, poisonous gases, and even the occasional earthquake to contend with. It's a wonder anything survives here at all. From the scorching deserts, we climb to dizzying heights, to the slopes of Mount Sinabung in Indonesia. Now this isn't just any mountain. It's a rumbling, grumbling giant, prone to fits of fiery rage. We're talking about an active volcano that could erupt at any given moment, sending scalding hot ash and rocks raining down on anything unlucky enough to be in its path. Imagine a pyroclastic flow, a superheated avalanche of gas and ash, roaring down the slopes at hundreds of miles per hour. You wouldn't outrun it, not a chance. The air would be thick with the smell of sulfur, and the ground would tremble beneath your feet. It's a humbling reminder of the raw power that lies beneath the Earth's surface. And yet people live in the shadow of this volatile giant. They farm the land, raise their families, and go about their daily lives, all the while knowing that Sinabung could awaken at any moment. It's a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, but it's also a stark reminder of the dangers we face when we live in close proximity to nature's fury. Our next destination takes us to the heart of Tanzania, to a lake that's as deadly as it is beautiful, Lake Natron. Now this ain't your average swimming hole. This lake is so alkaline, so corrosive, that it can turn flesh to stone. That's right, you heard me correctly. Animals that stray too close to its shores often end up as petrified statues, perfectly preserved by the lake's unique chemistry. Imagine the smell of ammonia hanging heavy in the air, a pungent reminder of the lake's deadly secret. The water itself is a deep, blood-red color, thanks to the presence of algae that thrive in this extreme environment. It's a scene straight out of a science fiction movie, but it's all too real. But here's the kicker. Despite its deadly nature, Lake Natron is a haven for flamingos. They flock here by the thousands to breed, their pink feathers a stark contrast to the lake's eerie beauty. It just goes to show that even in the most inhospitable places on Earth, life finds a way. Hold on to your hats, folks, because our next stop is not for the faint of heart. We're headed to Snake Island, a place so infested with venomous snakes that it's officially off limits to humans. And trust me, you don't want to mess with these serpents. We're talking about golden lancehead vipers, one of the deadliest snakes on the planet. Their venom is so potent it can melt human flesh. Imagine stepping ashore on this island, the ground literally writhing with snakes. Every step you take is a gamble. Every rustle of leaves could be a deadly viper ready to strike. The Brazilian Navy has quarantined the island, and for good reason. Legend has it that the last fisherman who strayed too close to its shores was found days later, adrift in his boat, his body riddled with snake bites. It's a chilling reminder that there are some places on Earth where humans are simply not meant to tread. From venomous snakes to even deadlier inhabitants, we now journey to the Bay of Bengal, to an island shrouded in mystery and danger, North Sentinel Island. This is home to the Sentinelese, one of the last uncontacted tribes on Earth, and they've made it abundantly clear that they want to stay that way. Any attempt to make contact with this tribe has been met with hostility, from arrows raining down from the tree line to spears hurled at approaching boats. The Sentinelese have lived in isolation for centuries, their way of life untouched by the modern world. While we can only speculate about their culture and beliefs, one thing is for sure, they are fiercely protective of their home and will defend it to the death. It's a sobering reminder that there are still parts of our planet where outsiders are not welcome, where the laws of the jungle still reign supreme. We leave the isolation of the Sentinelese and enter a different kind of danger zone, Afghanistan, a country ravaged by decades of war and conflict. This isn't about surviving the elements, it's about surviving the chaos that comes with being caught in a war zone. Imagine the constant threat of violence, the ever-present danger of IEDs and landmines, the fear that stalks the streets like a hungry predator. The people here live with this reality every single day. They have to navigate checkpoints, avoid crossfires, and hope that their homes aren't the next target. The scars of war run deep in this land, a stark reminder of the human cost of conflict. It's a place where survival is a daily struggle, and where hope can be hard to find. Our journey now takes us to the Horn of Africa, to the lawless waters off the coast of Somalia. This is pirate territory, where heavily armed gangs roam the seas, preying on cargo ships and holding their crews hostage for ransom. Imagine being aboard one of these ships, the sun beating down on the deck, the constant fear gnawing at your gut as you scan the horizon for any sign of a suspicious vessel. The pirates are ruthless and well-equipped, often armed with rocket-propelled grenades and automatic weapons. The waters off Somalia are a high-stakes game of cat and mouse, where merchant ships must rely on armed guards and evasive maneuvers to avoid becoming the next victim. It's a dangerous business, and one that highlights the fragility of peace and security in our increasingly interconnected world. From the open ocean, we travel to the heart of a disaster zone, to the site of one of the worst nuclear accidents in human history, Chernobyl, Ukraine. On that fateful day in 1986, the Chernobyl nuclear power plant exploded, spewing radioactive material into the atmosphere and creating a ghost town that remains largely uninhabitable to this day. Imagine the silence of a city frozen in time, the empty streets, the abandoned buildings, the Ferris wheel that will never again carry laughing children. The air itself is heavy with an invisible threat, the lingering specter of radiation that permeates everything. Chernobyl stands as a stark reminder of the devastating consequences of human error and the enduring legacy of nuclear disasters. It's a place where nature has reclaimed what was once ours, a chilling testament to the destructive power we wield. Our final destination takes us to a tropical paradise, or at least it once was. Bikini Atoll, in the Marshall Islands, is a picture-perfect archipelago of coral reefs and turquoise waters. But beneath this idyllic surface lies a dark secret. In the aftermath of World War II, Bikini Atoll became a testing ground for nuclear weapons. From 1946 to 1958, the United States detonated 23 nuclear devices here, turning this once pristine paradise into a radioactive wasteland. Imagine the blinding flash of light, the mushroom cloud billowing into the sky, the shockwaves that rippled through the air and water. The effects of these tests are still felt today, with elevated levels of radiation making it unsafe for long-term habitation. Bikini Atoll is a stark reminder of the devastating legacy of nuclear testing and the long shadow it casts over our planet. From scorching deserts and erupting volcanoes to war-torn cities and radioactive ghost towns, we've explored some of the most dangerous places on Earth. We've encountered deadly creatures, extreme environments, and the often devastating consequences of human actions. Remember, these places are fascinating, but visiting them comes with real risks. So the next time you're feeling adventurous, maybe stick to a hike in the woods or a weekend camping trip. If you enjoyed this journey to Earth's danger zones, be sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment below telling me what other perilous places you'd like to see featured in future videos. Stay curious, my friends, but always stay safe.